What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, some very big business happened for the Chicago Bulls in the last couple of hours. And no, it is not necessarily a trade or a signing or anything like that. It's a decision that the Chicago Bulls have made. It's a decision I don't necessarily agree with, but we need to dissect why this decision was made and ultimately will it benefit this individual in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and this decision being made. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? And ultimately, where do you go from here as a fan base, as an organization, and of course, as the player? Today, we're going to talk about rookie Matas Buzelis. Now, I've already talked about him in the past. I think right after the first game, I was very upset with the amount of game time that he did get for the Chicago Bulls, and it looks like that is going to continue because the big news is that Matas Buzelis has been assigned to the G League team, the Windy City Bulls, ladies and gentlemen, and that basically, I wouldn't necessarily take him completely out of the picture for the Chicago Bulls, but it's a strong message at least that kind of suggests, hey, you're a rookie, you're not going to get big minutes for the Chicago Bulls, you're going to go to the G League and you're going to play there and you're going to develop there instead of getting NBA minutes. That's how I view it, at least. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Ultimately, time will tell what Matas Buzelis will be for the Chicago Bulls this season and for many years to come. But all I could do is react to this as a piece of a news outlet. First and foremost, they tried to get us. They tried to get us. They thought they could sneakily just say Matas Buzelis has been assigned to the G League, and then all of a sudden the City Edition jerseys get released for the Chicago Bulls. These sexy, beautiful, definitely cop jerseys come out, and they are stunning. But they tried it. They tried that tactic, and for me, that didn't work personally. I don't think that's actually what they tried to do. Maybe it is a business decision to release the City Edition jerseys and what they look like. But again, whatever. I'm just saying they thought they could do it. Whether it was deliberately or not, it didn't work. I'm still upset that Matas Buzelis is going to go to the G League, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why am I upset? I just think personally, Matas Buzelis is an 11th overall pick. He was projected to go higher for a lot of people. He's shown through the Summer League and through the preseason that he does have talent and he does have ability and he is NBA ready. He's proven these things already with the games that he has played. I just think this isn't necessarily the right decision. That's the only reason why I'm upset about it. Look, the Bulls seem to do this with almost all of their draft selections that they pick. They send him into the G League for a year. Now, he may come out of it in his second year in play or his third year in play, but it just seems like in that first season, that's the Bulls' motto. Send them to the G League for a year and see what ends up happening. Just because maybe there is no game time for them here for the Bulls. I don't personally know. But I don't think that works for everybody. And I don't want to see them continue to do this each and every single season. So what are we going to do if we get into the top 5 in the draft picks next season and we select a really good player? Just because it's the Bulls' motto to send them to the G League, are we going to send the top 5 prospects to the G League? Of course we're not going to do that. And if we do that, we may as well already question the Bulls in every single way, form, and fashion if they did. But Matas Buzelis is a player that's already shown his ability in the main team. So I just think it's only natural to see that development come through in the main team as well. That's why I'm upset. It's just, to me, not the right decision. I'm not saying Matas Buzelis won't develop in the G League. I'm not going to say that Matas Buzelis won't do well in the G League or anything like that. I just think he should be getting NBA minutes. This is not a Dalen Terry situation. This is not a Julian Phillips situation. We're treating it like that, but it isn't that. And that's what's frustrating me. That's what's really grinding my gears as a Chicago Bulls fan. And I think a lot of people are going to have that same point of view with Matas Buzelis. He has already shown what he could bring to the NBA. And I think it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just not acceptable in my eyes to see him in the G League. But of course, we have to look at every single form and fashion. We have to look at the devil's advocate. We have to look at everything as to why they decided to make a decision like this. Well, firstly, Matas Buzelis is not shy of the G League. He's been there before. And maybe being in a similar situation, being in the G League, knowing the G League schedule, being comfortable with the G League schedule, but also being in a system with the Chicago Bulls, you're assuming that the G League is going to be, in many ways, the style and the way that we want to play, but just more of a developmental type of system. That's what you're sending Matas Buzelis into. So he's in a situation where he may not be that comfortable in the sense that it is a new team. It's the Windy City Bulls, and it's a new environment, and it is a new, I guess, style of play that he might be getting accustomed to over there. But you're also sending him to familiar territory because he's been in the G League. He's played for the G League Ignite team. He knows the schedule. He probably knows most of the players, and he could potentially thrive there. It's an interesting development. Don't get me wrong. And maybe that's why I decided to pull the trigger on this. 2, obviously he's not in Billy Donovan's plans. Therefore, lack of minutes. And in hindsight, if you really think about it, with the Chicago Bulls, ideally you'd want Matas Buzelis to get minutes. There's no point wasting him on the bench. And maybe Billy Donovan just truly thinks he's not going to get minutes here. Guys are ahead of him. Dalen Terry's ahead of him. Julian Phillips is ahead of him. Patrick Williams is ahead of him. Too many forwards. Even Torrey Craig seems to get a little bit more minutes than Matas Buzelis. So at the end of the day, where is his minutes going to come from? With no minutes, send him right down to the G League. And look, as mad as I might be, I would rather see Matas Buzelis get big minutes in the G League than no minutes on the main team. My problem isn't necessarily that he's going to the G League and getting minutes compared to getting minutes in the NBA. The problem is he's not getting minutes at the NBA level. That's my problem. That's the problem with this situation. Of course, he's going to rot on the bench with Billy Donovan not giving him a second look. Of course, I'd rather see him in the G League and watch him develop from there. That's, of course, what I'd like to see. But my problem is he's not getting minutes in the NBA when I feel personally he should. And obviously, Billy Donovan thinks differently when it comes to that situation. And thirdly, again, maybe we just need to clear up room for the roster to get him an opportunity. Maybe it's in certain people's contracts that they have to play, or they have to start, or they have to get a select amount of minutes. You might laugh at these things, but you never know what's in those contracts. And therefore, Matas Buzelis, rightfully or wrongfully so, does not get that opportunity. Maybe that's why he's being sent to the G League. Regardless, I think you're going to see Matas Buzelis take over the G League, ladies and gentlemen. I think you're going to see him cook in the G League. And I think he's going to have a great time, and I think he's going to do wonderful things. And we'll see what the stats say. But I'm looking forward to Matas Buzelis in the G League. But let's not pretend that this is a normal thing that most NBA teams do. You find me, anyone in the lottery that plays in the G League, you might get 1 or 2 at best. And we're always the team that seems to do it. Not many players that are going in the top 10 in an NBA draft is playing in the G League. So I still think this is ultimately the wrong decision. And I still think the Bulls, with the current situation that they are in, yes, I know we are winning 3-3. The current situation that they're in, that they need to give guys like Matas Buzelis a chance at the main stage. And it's early, so I'm not going to go and throw everything at the Chicago Bulls for such a really bad decision in my eyes. Because who knows, 2-3 weeks down the line, Matas Buzelis gets called up again. He gets big minutes. Maybe an injury happens. God forbid, no one wants to see an injury. But hypothetically, an injury may happen. Matas Buzelis gets his opportunity there. And all of a sudden, you're forgetting about the early parts of the season because you know he's getting his chances now. Maybe that can happen, but as of right now, where I sit, I don't see many top 10, top 11, top 15 players going into the G League. And the Bulls are one of those teams that seem to always like to do it. So that's annoying. And I guess we're going to have to suffer through that. But I'm still not happy. I wasn't happy at the start of the season. I'm not happy now. So we'll see what ends up happening in that situation. But with that being said, I will end it here. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Ultimately, again, it's a free country. Well, I'm from a different country, but I'm sure it's a free country there in the USA. And you can believe what you want to believe. You can agree or disagree. It's completely up to you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.